A couple of comments. First of all, we have seen when something is truly done in a bipartisan fashion, it's done from the beginning. You have Republicans and Democrats even ahead of the committee process. They sit down, they work things out, they exchange ideas. Neither party has all the right answers. We understand that. That's why the president has set a bipartisan tone. He wants people with good ideas to come together. When you shut one party out or the other, you end up with something that usually doesn't work. And that's where we are today, is we have a, quote, stimulus package, and I put quotes around it, because many of us believe it may stimulate a few jobs here and there, but at what cost? We cannot look just in the short term. Remember, the Depression lasted 10 years. Japan they call it the lost decade, the 1990s in Japan, because they didn't fix it right. They didn't sit down and fix it right. If we don't fix it right, we don't want to be here to rush something through in 2 to 3 weeks, to know that it didn't work, and to know that it actually prolongs this deepening recession. You know, the thing that we have to keep in mind out there is people are hurting. There's people losing jobs. There's people losing their homes. There's businesses that are closing. There's a lot of pain going on in America. And as leaders, which is exactly what we should show, is leadership, and that means coming together to solve the country's problems. So the ideas that we're going to be bringing forward next week, we think could dramatically improve the bill. We don't need to have everything that Republicans want, but we at least have to feel good enough that the bill actually will grow the economy, will create jobs, and it's just not a massive spending bill that is actually going to create this huge interest payment that we all have to pay. It's like interest on your credit card. That's what we're doing, is we're running up the national credit card to where, just like an individual family, if you run that up too much in the future, there's a lot of things you'll have to do without in the future. In this case, there may be spending priorities we'll have to do without, and taxes will have to go up in the next few years to pay for this $1.2 trillion spending bill that is before us. So we urge caution. Yes, are we in trouble? Do we need to do something as quickly as possible? Yes. But when we do it too fast around here, that's when we get in trouble. And this bill is coming through in a partisan manner, and they're rushing it through because they have some false deadline that they have set, and we believe this is going to create some problems.
Senator Hutchison is right to answer all of your questions.
Yeah, let me just illustrate a little, just so people can kind of get their arms around what $1 trillion is. If you took and started spending $1 million a day and did it 365 days a year, to get to $1 trillion, you would have had to start spending that money when Jesus was born, spend it every day, and you still today would not be at your first $1 trillion. And this package is over $1 trillion. We better be careful with this money.